I know that the state has some stay-at-home orders. We've had some recent things come out of the Supreme Court that make things a little bit more interpretive in the favor of churches gathering indoors. But let me just say this: we do not exist on this earth to flaunt our earthly rights. And so whatever we do, if we ever choose to abide in our rights, it's not just because we get to. You know, Paul and Silas, when they were arrested in Philistia, Philippi. Yes.
Philippi.
Samsonite. I was way off. So when they were arrested in Philippi, not the Philippines either, just to be clear. So they were arrested in Philippi, which was a very patriotic city, settled, I believe, by many retired Roman officers. And they were arrested. And then while they're in chains, they sang, and there was an earthquake, and they were set free, and the jailer believed, and he and his household was saved and baptized. And then afterwards, they were brought to the magistrates, and Paul said, "Do you realize that you arrested without due process a Roman citizen?" He didn't pout about his rights when he was in jail against his rights. He sang praises, and God moved and saved the souls of people. Then he leveraged the ways of the world for the gospel. And that's what I want us to do. I want us to follow that example of the faithful who've gone before us. And so what we're going to do for the rest of the year is unless things take another turn, we are going to continue to have our doors open. But I want to encourage you, and this time, especially if you're high risk, I want to encourage you. It may be more wise for you to stay home at this time. If you come, it may be more wise for you to be a Grace Lawn gnome and sit outside. If you do come inside, because that's what you need to do to take full responsibility for your own physical, mental, and spiritual health, then know that we are going to practice good social distancing. We're going to wear masks while we're moving around and while we sing, please. And also, I want you to know we've installed new exhaust fans in the sanctuary that recycle the air. And so we're making this space as safe as we possibly can. Because it's good for us to gather in the name of God, in the spirit of the humble Christ who died for sinners, laying down his rights for sinners. It's good for us to gather in his name, in his spirit, and worship together and be a witness to the world. Not just that we are in this pandemic with them, but there is things that are essential in life that are not always seen as of this world. And that is not an easy balance for us to walk, but we're going to do our best by the grace of God. Amen? All right. Well, let me